Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 703 BST, where we are here at Abu Dhabi. We are here on a Wednesday for Monday Race Club, and as always, Wednesday brings you the tiers of Tier 3 and Tier 4, bringing us all the action here for the final part of the league season here in Dubai. 3.5 mile circuit ultimately around this Marina circuit, 30 minutes just from the outskirts of the UAE's capital, Abu Dhabi. Opened just over 14 years ago. It has been the site of many a drama, and we've seen many a drama in Tier 1 and Tier 2 on Monday night, and that's going to continue tonight. Will we have a championship decider? That is going to be the case. Apparently, it's meant to be fully dry, which in the desert? The desert, oh hello. In the desert is not a surprise. Alongside me, and tonight I am the Banshee Bodge, and alongside me is the Hodge. Mr. Hodgson, how are you, sir?
Good evening, sir. Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Good. Not bad. Not
Fantastic.
bad. It's going to be an interesting one tonight because we've got a championship that could be decided. Bergen could win it, or Mark could close significantly on him and take it into the final 2 rounds. But one thing's for sure, the Constructors' Championship will not be decided tonight because Red Bull just 4 points ahead of Alfa Romeo. So, interesting.
It is, yeah. And we've already seen through, on Monday night that... anything really can happen, and
it can.
You know, it's the old thing of anything can happen, and it usually does, and that's without doubt what we seem to be going with.
Exactly. Lots of people out on track already. We've got Tom Brown, we've got Avanash, we've got Bergen, we've got Cortex, or Artex is being called. Dak Invertible and Ocean Tame and Boothie are out. The championship man is going to be key. And yes, James is racing tonight. James is there. He is in the pit lane at the moment. James is our lovely pet name for Connor. So James, he's just gone on his outlet. He's just heard us, Mark, and he's decided he's there. Call me the Brave.
Yeah.
I keep coming back to this. Dare, you have to change that. I genuinely cannot call me the Brave because that's me.
I just think we need to go opposite.
Yeah, we do.
Wimp.
Yes, wimp. Yes, a wuss.
That's what I'm going to have to do it. He's done well. He was reserve start of the season. To be fair, he's found himself very quickly fourth in championship with 2 victories out of the 4 appearances, 3 podiums. So it's.
He's doing well.
I don't know, do we call you Brave? What do we call you?
No, we're going Wish just now. Colin Zowell has just tweeted out the session, so hopefully that's just a little disconnect and he'll be back on shortly. We have just jumped on board with the championship leader, Bergen, on the soft. Interestingly enough, going out on the soft tyres, we normally see him go, he's lost it! He's lost it! He's gone! The championship leader is going to be in the back of the grid!
It's taken us a minute. We said something's going to happen, and it was like a minute. I don't believe it.
Do you know what, right? I genuinely thought to myself, we're going to be in for some excitement. And literally I thought, we'll go on board with him, we'll see a good lap from him, and as soon as he came through turn 3, the rear of that Alfa Romeo just went round, and I kind of thought to myself, I could see it in slow motion, I thought to myself, is he actually going to lose a wheel? And he did. So yeah, wow. The championship leader, if he's going to win the championship, he's going to have to come from last on the grid to try and do it. We will I was going to say we'll give you the permutations of the championship. I remember last time me and you were commentating on a championship challenge, and we awarded it slightly earlier.
We did. Yeah, we did.
But we'll get there. Kellogg's already blaming me for Bergen's crash, so the interesting thing will be is, remember in all of these Bergen fan clubs that they have, all these fanboys of Bergen and everything seem to be a little bit quiet now.
Yeah, they are a little bit at the minute. I'm sure they'll come out and voice if he starts making his way through the field.
They will do. Tell you one thing, wait, little Alpine 1-2 there were led by Dak and Verba, although Tom Brown has just dethroned them. But a good couple
That's
of
a really
laps,
good opener as well, the 37s. I'm sure we'll see a lot in the 36s as well this evening.
Yep. There's Samba Man in his Aston Martin, but he's on his outlap. Who's on a quick lap? Let's see, Ocean Tame goes into third at the moment, so not a too bad a lap there. Energy Dan's on a quick lap. He's on the mediums. Konnichiwa is on the mediums as well, so coming to the end of the lap. Martin Hills has made a comment. Do you know that in most Middle Eastern countries they don't have rosewater on the podium, but Abu Dhabi do?
Love it.
I thought Bahrain had rosewater as well.
You've missed it. Sorry, you missed it.
Right, sorry. What have I missed this time? Abu Dhabi
do.
Right.
It's Scooby-Doo's favourite track.
Right. Martin Hills, I'm never reading out any of your comments again. After cream of some young man in Singapore, God only knows what it's going to be.
Next week as well.
Oh,
so
I know.
This is
Number 22. Konnichiwa.
One time to take a sip of beer, that one.
Yep, it was indeed. Simba, who... God only knows what's going on. Simba is the man who's going to look to take opportunistic from Bergen's catastrophe of crashing out in qualifying. Can he do that? He is on the medium tyres though, so he's decided to try the alternate strategy.
It's interesting to see how many people have done that so far. There seemed to be a better race tyre, the mediums. I found in Tier 2, and a few drivers did as well. Just the softs didn't last as long as you think they were going to, whereas the mediums were kind of quite stable. So it's interesting to see that people have gone for those mediums in a quali to actually, almost they burn the set really, but to take some life out of them. And if you get your setup right round here, it can be really rewarding on the tyres and doesn't use as much as you may think. No,
and you're right completely.
Oh yeah, Flintstone. Sorry, Mike, that's my bad.
It's alright, I'm still gonna blame nothing. 139.0 for Simba, so Simba goes into... has Boothie lost a front wing? He has. He's lost his front wing. So he's gone third, and then lost his front wing. Konnichiwa has just gone... Nope, he's invalidated. So that's the second lap, actually, he's invalidated. So he will be taking a bit of life out of those tyres.
Yeah. And James is on his outlap as well.
James is on his outlap, yep.
To start his lap.
Let's jump on board with the James of the McLaren fame as we do a lap of the Abu Dhabi Yas Marina circuit coming into turn one. And it is very
deep.
Yeah.
I was a bit conscious where he started the lap was very wide out of the last corner. And it can invalidate that lap and next lap just with track limits. So it doesn't look like... he's had a purple first sector. He's had a good start.
His interesting part of it is he was coming through turn 3, the rear end nearly went, and he did have to go and correct it as well. Bergen loves turn 3, as he's just commented. We know you do, Bergen. Your fan club is very quiet, so we better get the Bergen drums beating. But here we go. Gold. I'm gonna read Martin's comments. I just see Taggart, and I know for a fact there's gonna be some form of there's been a murder or something like that. But anyway, we shall see what is going on. Stu Vine in the Mercedes, and just currently coming through the third and final sector. And again, this is the other part about this circuit is. If you go and try and mount the curbs, it'll just destroy your lap. You almost have to avoid some of the curbs because they'll just either launch you or they'll just destroy your lap. Yeah, there's a few you can use quite well, and you're right there. If you take too much, it will, just, like you said, there's the infamous sausage curbs that we... actually, I was on board with Carl, and he just launched himself over one as well. I know he's on it. Connor's gone! James has gone second last corner. Wow, that is an unusual place to lose. Well, to lose it ultimately. I mean, you can. Where is he? Can we see? Oh, he's on the inside. Oh, he is as well. Lost it big time through the last... If he must have gone wide and used the sausage curb on the outside, and that must have launched him into the wall. That's so unlucky. Yep, it is indeed. That is not going to be what he would have wanted as part of that. But we're watching Collins Owl in the Ferrari. We'll see what he can do as he comes through his quick lap. Just coming into that chicane which exists in the game but isn't there, or hopefully will not be there in the 2022 version. I think Codemasters have got a couple of things they need to change layout wise. Abu Dhabi, Barcelona, Australia, yep. Who can forget 4 DRS zones? Wow.
None of them are powerful.
No.
They don't look long enough for me, those DRS zones, to kind of make a move possible.
No, they don't.
Good save. Collins lost it big time out of the chicane.
He did. I was about to say that would have brought back memories.
It did a little bit.
I thought, oh no, let's not go there. But yeah, coming out of turn 9. But yeah, they're not long enough. They're almost more token DRS zones the one down the main straight. Yes, maybe kind of sets you up a bit for the second one, and then the third DRS zone almost sets you up for the fourth. So it's not like a Jeddah or a Bahrain where you can probably have one overtake and then another overtake. So I'd be curious to see how that works.
But obviously the first one's infamously the double DRS, isn't it?
Yes.
So it depends if they use that as well. I think someone may have spun round the corner here.
They've done a Latifi.
I think he might have been moved out the way, to be honest.
I was going to say he's not done a Latifi then. So where we have it, we're 10 minutes since qualifying. Tom Brown quickest, Avinash second. Melvin has just gone third. So
Tom Melvin's quicker, 36s. We'll see the 36s Tom's got there.
Yep. Mark is in fourth, Boothie fifth, Artex in sixth. Ferrari 7 and 8 with Ocean Tame leading them, and Kaiser Soze, then Dak Invertible, Stuvine. Carl is just coming to the end of his lap, 138.2 on the mediums. That is a really good lap.
Yeah, very
indeed. Good. And I think Simba's time might have been on the mediums, or it might have been on the soft.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
yes, it was on the mediums. Yeah.
So it's going to be a good performance here from the Red Bulls. And remember, the other Alfa Romeo is Fanning, who is he on a qualifying ban? Does he get qualifying?
Yeah, I think so. I think he is. I don't think he's qualifying. I think coming down the TV, he's not going to do it.
Yep. There you go. Ty Clear, Konnichiwa Beach is back out on the softs after a couple of invalidated runs on the mediums. So in the Williams, let's see what he can do coming through turn 3.
Looked quite neat.
Did indeed, yeah.
I'm also going to call Martin Hills a little bit of a liar, saying that he's looking forward to Jeddah. I think he's. I'm going to say no.
No.
He's somehow.
Is that going to be his crowning moment? That is going to be the key, or is he going to get his crown in the land of China?
No, that's Japan.
The land of. Actually, I better not say the land of anything because I'll get into trouble.
I know where you're going with that. I know what the next sentence is.
Does it begin with a C? Anyway, Konnichiwa Beach. I'm so going to get in trouble next week. I know it for a fact.
I don't know, I'm getting hungry.
Well, there we go, exactly. Connor's just gone Banshee and Ted.
Yeah, I forgot, of course. My Ted Kravitz moment would be on Friday.
Yes, it will be indeed. Konnichiwa Beach has just invalidated again. So he's not too happy about that. Let's see what Woos has. So to be fair, can I just rewind this? Konnichiwa Beach is not Konnichiwa Beach. His name is Leslie Nielsen. We called him this last week.
Oh, I missed this.
Oh, right, well, call me the Brave, because I can't call him the Brave, because he's not a Braveheart, and he's not there. I've decided... No, sorry, we're not talking about Call Me the Brave, we're talking about Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa Beach. I can't call him that, so I've decided to call him Leslie Nielsen after the actor Leslie Nielsen, who was in, like, Severe Plane and Naked Gun and Police Squad and all that. I can't remember why I called him that, though, so I'm just going to stick with it. Because he did then ask.
There was something to do with it, yeah. Because I did have it on. Last week I was currently building my seat and rig last week while Tier 3 was on, so I did catch it.
But yeah, he did ask in Discord, did I get him confused with another driver? Simple answer is no. I just renamed you. As happens. So let's see what Dare can do as he comes across the final couple of corners. Is he on the soft? Is he going to threaten the top 5? He does indeed.
Wow.
I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming. I thought maybe sort of top 4 or 5, but I didn't expect him to be into provisional pole.
Yeah,
so there we go. Let's see what else. So what have we got? So Connor's out. Sambal is going to try and do another lap. Bergen has decided that he's going to make life difficult for himself. Sambal is halfway down the straight just now, the never-ending straight that just keeps going on and on and on.
It does, and then the braking zone suddenly hits and you think, whoops, I forgot about that one.
Yep, and well, to be fair, Sambal's also forgot about the braking zone, because he has actually just gone so deep. There's some comments, and Stuvine's gone as well. Stuvine's lost it coming into turn 1.
Ooh, so, that's a strange place to lose it.
That is a strange place. Very strange. Or I'm very troubled by this, because I don't know whether that's part of the pit lane or not. He's been cleared now, but
well, that's a good shout, because it does go under there, so it could be.
Yeah. Is Collins Owl taking his time? No, I think it was just Ocean Tame going a little bit slower, so he's on an outlap. 2 Ferraris looking to get into the top 10. The Red Bulls are 7th and 10th at the moment. Carl's just in the pits. Oh, one of the McLarens. No, that's alright. That's just there, just slowing down. But here is Ocean Tame. Let's see what the Ferraris can do. They are a mammoth 106 points behind Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship.
Energy Dan again. I think that's Energy Dan done. If he gets on and maybe gets another lap on the board, he didn't invalidate. I think he must have made a mistake and backed out of it. So that's putting him at risk. Obviously, we know Leslie Nielsen as well, and T.Y. Clear as well. So
Stuvine says he had no steering off the start-finish straight. So he's obviously went straight on, and then obviously that's what's led to him having that moment. So yeah, yes indeed. That again, this chicane though, as we kind of watch Ocean Tames, that chicane coming in through 8, 9 and 10 is difficult to get right, because if you're too greedy with the curbs, you will, and it's the same in this chicane that we're just seeing just now, if you're too greedy with them, you could easily be spun around, but you can lose so much time as well if you're not careful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's getting that traction as well. If you haven't got the tyres overheated, I know you've got the long straight, but it's just keeping the tyres right as well. You're right. If you were as far as now retired from the session, I know he's having a bit of a tough time.
Yep.
But you're right, if you get too much of that second curve through 9, it launches you, and 2, if you get a little bit wide as well out of there, that curve can swallow you whole. Yeah,
I was just looking at Ocean Tame coming through turn 20 there, and he got on top of the sausage curb, and that nearly did send him round. And again, to be fair, that's what both Tier 3 and Tier 4 and then X, when they race later in the week, are going to have to watch out for, because this circuit will bite you back quickly if you're not kind of careful with it. I know we didn't see a lot of time penalties on Monday night, but it's a circuit which will claim you if you're not careful, as we've seen from Bergen this evening. So there 23 seconds to go, so those that are still in the pits will not be coming back out again. So obviously Konichiwa Beach has just done a superb lap. Leslie Nielsen now up into 3rd place, which is good to see. Simba will be out, as is Artex, as is Melvin. Boothie in the pits. Kellogg says safety car count prediction 3.
3, well, we had 2, didn't we, in Tier 2? As in 4, I think we had maybe 5 in Tier 1.
Yeah.
3 is not a bad call, yeah.
3, I'd go through. Although, to be fair, remember, what was it? Was it last week in Tier 4? Where did we race last week? Can't remember. Australia. We were down under, so it was. That's why I can't remember it. And I wanted a safety car, and I didn't get one until the final throws after what was an eventful race.
Yeah, just a bit, wasn't it? Just. Melvin's invalidated right towards the end of his lap as well.
Mark's dive bombed into the pit, so he's given up on his. So he's going to start 8th by the looks of things. Dak Convertible slightly down on his best, only by 6 1,000ths though. So. Still lots to improve there. Leslie Nielsen is giving up. He's slowing down.
5 drivers didn't set a time. I'm surprised about that.
Well, Connor crashed out. Bergen did. Ty Clear obviously has looked like invalidated. Energy Dan, I think, is at a horrid time. Stuvine, we know, went straight on.
Sorry, who had a qualifying ban? It wasn't Energy Dan, so maybe that's why he didn't set the lap time.
That might have been it, yes.
That could be it. Otherwise, he's allowed to do his outlap and inlap, which he's done.
Yep.
That might be it.
Yep. Colin Zowell has just went into 4th in the Ferrari, so that's put the second in championship man Mark down to 9th. Is that convertible? Oh, he's invalidated. He got really over the curbs. Leslie Nielsen is there. So there we have it, folks. There is your grid. Dare is in pole position, followed by Tom Brown. Kenichi beats Leslie Nielsen is 3rd. Colin Zowell has flown his way up to 4th. Avinash is 5th with that convertible, fresh from his delightful, joyful Miller's victory on Sunday in 6th. Melvin 7th and Boothie in 8th. Simba 9th, looking to capitalise on Bergen being down in 17th. Cortex in 10th, Kazusozi and Carl in 11th, and 12th Ocean Tame 13th, Sambal 14th, Stuvang 15th, James is in 16th, Bergen 17th, Tycler 18th, Energy Dad, Golfan Ban and Fanning also not qualified. So, going to be interesting. Number of cars still out on track. Let's just hope this isn't a glitch. Let's hope not. I don't think it will be. I think we'll all be good. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, which means we will turn our phrase to YouTube chat. I'm not even going to go back to the Abu Dhabi do. Did you see the new Taggart episode where they go to Middle Earth, Gav? Now, Middle Earth is known as Glasgow. Now, folks, as you'll be aware by now, there is the qualifying results, as I have already intimidated them. The good, actually, to be fair, I'm going to call out two things. DAC convertible mediums, Simba mediums. That's to watch. Yeah. That's going to be one to watch. And obviously the rest will start on the softs in the top 10. The second or the bottom 10 will get a free reign. There was Mordor. I sound, actually, to be fair, I sound a bit like the little thing. Oh, precious Mordor. Sorry.
Gollum. You're going for the Gollum sound.
That's it, yeah. Okay. Mordor. Well, I don't actually know if I'm going for the Gollum sound. To be fair, I could just sound really Mordor.
It sounds like you sound like you should be on an episode of Blackadder. That's where I'm going with that one. Mr. Blackadder. No, get out. Yeah,
Mordor. What else have we got? Banshee and Ted from Connor. Connor says, do we want a Ted for tonight?
I've taken that well.
Yep. And then Kellogg says, going apologies to anyone currently tuning in. I don't know why you would go apologies. What's this? Martin Hills, I'm looking forward to Jeddah. There's going to be so much cheese and the caves are amazing.
Never been, so I couldn't comment.
No, for once, I'm very glad that he is talking about these places and not lulling me into a false sense of security by reading something out and then suddenly going,
We still have how many laps of this? Is it 28 or
28
laps of this? So there is time. There is time.
There is time. That's the problem. that is genuinely the problem. There is still time to cause chaos. Let's have a look at tyre strategy though as we come into the race. The bottom 10. Kazusozi starts on the softs. Mediums, Carl and Ocean Tame. Softs for Sambal and Stuvine. James starts on the mediums. Bergen, Tyclear, Energy and Fanning start on the soft. Apparently, Jamie Biffle, who does predict these things, says Bergen's going to be P1 by turn 4. You mean out first by turn 4, you mean?
Wow.
There is a prediction.
I mean, I would hate to see the odds on that one.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't,
I could put 10 pence in and pay off my mortgage.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, there could be worse odds this week that we could put money on.
Yeah. I think Bergen on the softs is an interesting one.
It is.
Maybe trying to make progress. Maybe he's now feeling the pressure.
He maybe is
going for the long run. So Simba's got kind of a good strategy, I would say.
Yep. And this is the thing, though, right? It's probably talking about pressure. It's the fact he could win the championship at this race. All he needs to do is, and there is some permutations because Avinash is in the mix as well. Actually, no, sorry. Yes, no, sorry. Yes, he could do. Yes.
Simba basically. If Simba doesn't score 5 points or more, and Bergen doesn't score at all,
Yep.
The championship. Actually, no, it's 3 because of fastest laps, of course.
Yes. So yeah, and Avinash needs basically to outscore both of them to stay in with a chance, but outscore them significantly. But we will have.
Realistically, needs a victory, I would say.
He does, and for both Bergen and Simba to not finish.
Yeah.
Now, we will bring out the Banshee Northern Lights MRC computer, which didn't quite work the last time we tried it, but we'll get there. We did learn, though. I remember, though, Season 4, Tier 3, it didn't work for Tier 2, but it worked for Tier 3 in Canada.
We were running an Acorn computer then.
We were. We were. Ryan Barber, the man of many talents, which obviously includes maths, says Bergen needs to beat Simba by 8 points. So there we have it, folks. But we are getting to the point where we are going to get ready to go. And the start sequence, the green man flag will be waved. And we will get there. There we go, folks. Here we are. We're up to 3 red lights. We're coming up to 5, and the race director decides that here in Abu Dhabi, we are underway. We had a couple of what looked like jump starts there.
Melvin.
Yeah, exactly. So a couple of jump starts there. Call Me the Brave is already out in front, but he's got the 2 Williams side by side. We've got Collins Owl also going there up into 3rd place. Avinash is there. Simba, we've got Connor falling down the field. Simba's run slightly wide. We've got a couple of yellow flags there as well. But Bergen up into 14th, Fanning up into 13th. And guess what? Fanning and Bergen are just behind Simba, so championship protagonists are getting close to each other.
Yeah, those medium tyres going to take a good lap or so. We know by now it takes a good lap and a half to start to work.
Yep.
So that's maybe where Simba's falling down the field a little bit. Collins Al was up at the front now. He's had a bit of a moment somewhere.
Yeah, he's got for about 3 abreast coming down the pit straight at the moment, to be fair. Fanning did try a little opportunistic inside move on Simba, but it didn't quite work. Cortex just jumped himself over the chicane there, so keep an eye out. The 2 Aston Martins having a little ding-dong together already. Melvin...
putting Wimpy under a bit of pressure.
Yep. Exactly, we'll jump back to that just now. The 2 Williams, there we are. Leslie Nielsen down into 3rd. Avinash staying with them. Dak Invertible just behind as well. And remember, Dak Invertible on the mediums. That is the key. DRS not available until the start of lap 3, so one more lap before that becomes fully active. Boothie will get his drive-through penalty. Surprised for Melvin to see a drive-through penalty, because he's... I
wonder if it was reaction.
Yeah.
It was to do, got put off a little bit.
Yeah, and it is, don't get me wrong, it is very easy to do if you see another driver go, because you almost do rely upon that. Melvin's coming in to serve his drive-through penalty, so he's gone in early. That'll promote Mark up into 10th. Fanning is in 12th.
Oh, virtual safety car. Why have we got the virtual safety car? I think that may be something at the end. So Carl's gone in.
Yeah.
Connor's pitted.
Is Carl getting a front wing? He is as well,
yes,
yeah.
He is. Carl is. There's Connor as well. Have they got one?
Yes.
Connor is as well. Doesn't look like there's any damage to it. It's one of those where
Ocean Team's got it as well.
But it still just does it, and that drives me insane.
Yeah, I mean, you can ultimately decide what you want to do with it if you do want them to do that, but they obviously had a coming together at some point. I remember VSC, they're driving to a 40% time reduced delta. If they go negative, they will have 14 seconds to recover that. If at the point that the virtual safety car ends, they are in negative time delta, drive through penalty.
Tim, also all 3 in the pits had a front wing.
Yeah, so obviously they've had a moment. Artex there in 8th, and there the virtual safety car is gone, and we are back racing again.
Can I just quickly say, before we go back to the action, that virtual safety car came out at the worst possible time for Melvin, because he couldn't serve his drive-through.
So literally he came into the pits as, that is going to be annoying him. That's
horrible. Yep. Really feel for him. He's now changed tyres. It looks to me like, he's on the hard compound tyres.
Yep.
And, that's... Yeah. That's you couldn't get any worse luck there, really.
Nope, definitely not. Colin Zills decided that he wanted to go closer to the yachting marina at that point, out of the turn 19, the Latifi corner. DRS now enabled. There is our championship leader, Bergen, in 13th on those soft compound tyres, not really making much of a manoeuvre onto Kaiser Fanning, his teammate for the evening, and Tier 2 winner in 11th, all over the back of Simba, and Mark has to almost treat that front end of that Alfa Romeo like an elephant with a big trunk. That's not quite worked. Anyway, moving on. At least Hosman's not in this race, that's all I'm going to say. Here we go. And this is the thing though, Fanning is not Simba's race right now. Simba just has to concentrate on extending those medium tyres, getting through his kind of early stages, the grip differences and everything like. Almost just go let Fanning go.
Yeah,
and he kind of has
pulled over a little bit. He didn't really defend it. The people behind us, Bergen's having a go at Soze in the same corner. Squeeze him. Yeah, gets through, but job done.
Yep.
Soze's going to get the DRS back. So is Simba.
I think Mark's looking at it as well. Yep. But again, he just wants to. He almost wants to stay within DRS range of Fanning and not lose that, but probably not try too much. But look at Berger. I mean, okay, soft and medium tyres, there are differentials here, but whilst Woos at the moment is out in front, 2.3 seconds ahead. I wonder how long it'll take.
From what we've got in Vortex early on.
Yes, Vortex, Cortex, Artex.
I think it's his first race, isn't it?
It is indeed. Good racing there. And let's see what else we've got. Woos has gone, fastest man, but Leslie Nielsen, the man who's about 80 years old, has gone in. Boothie has pitted, so he's gone in for his drive-through penalty. Sambal now quickest man on track. Bergen now quickest man on track. Times are starting to fall. This is the thing, though. So, I mean, and we'll kind of come to the top in a minute, because I think Dak Invertible is going to be lining up Avanash in a minute, but we do have to focus on this championship battle of 10th, and Stuvine's just past Boothie in pits. Again, though, you can see the braking differences between Mark in the Red Bull and Bergen in the Alfa Romeo, and it's just because of tyres. That's simply what it is.
Yeah, they will start to drop off soon. I think what Bergen wants to get this done, obviously completely different strategies. Surely Bergen will get it done down this straight. He's got the DRS wide open. Is he going to have a go at the brakes? No. He's done a smart move.
Oh, I'll tell you one. Every time I see someone late braking into that corner, I really do. Yeah, Simba clumped the curb. Yeah. And we're going to see. And he's got DRS as well, actually, does Simba. So that's going to help him.
Into back of Cortex. I don't know if Cortex was way down the field, so may have had a little bit of a moment. That's just helped him stay ahead. Good blocking move into that one from Simba. Good defensive move.
Yes, indeed. Dak Invertible, closest battle on track at the moment is that kind of battle, so we'll stick with it. Out at the front, Leslie Nielsen second, 2 seconds behind. Call Me the Woos by Diesel. Tom Brown third, Avanash fourth. Maybe that's why he's called. No, we can't call him that. No, you need to change your name, Dale. That's all I'm going to tell you. There we go. Look again. Look. No.
Other aftershaves are available.
Yes, they are indeed. Oh, better not get copyrighted by them as well. There we go. Bergen is hounding the back of Mark, who is pretty much there. You wonder if Bergen's getting a little bit. Desperate's probably the wrong word to use, but he's getting a little bit antsy there, because he does seem to be a bit erratic.
It does. He almost had to look through turn 2, which I didn't think was a place you could pass. No,
definitely not. Mark should get DRS. Oh, is he going to be without it? Oh, he may have just. He may have just got it. Yes, he has just got it. One of the Mercedes has went for a moment. Yeah, so is it a safety car?
4. Oh, yes, full safety car. Oh, well, this is going to hit the soft tyre winners.
Well, it is. Are they going to pit though?
You're not a million miles out if you do. It's not going to hurt you too much. I think if you went for mediums at this point, then you could do medium, you could make that work, I would say. Melvin and Connor both pitted.
Melvin's obviously decided he wanted to get rid of his... is he doing his drive-through penalty? Actually, no, he would have had to have done it before now. corners pitted. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who... Oh, Stuvine says bye-bye controller. Now, he had a moment. So he had a moment where he just went straight on. He was saying in qualifying. Yeah. So something happened, and his trusty controller has let him go.
Oh dear.
Yep. Let's see who pits does the race leader. Yes, they do. Yeah. So Leslie Nielsen, Tom Brown is going in, but he's kind of holding back a bit. Boothie's also left the session. Let's hope that's just a disconnect and he'll be back soon. Yeah. But everyone is pitting.
Runner has gone in.
Yeah. Except, obviously, Simba's on the mediums. Dak and Verbal on the mediums as well.
Soze stayed out.
Yep, he has indeed.
But every other soft tyre runner's pitted, putting the mediums on.
Yep. And this is the thing, right? I mean, you can do a kind of soft medium, and I think Mr. Martin Hills alluded to that in one of his comments earlier. Let's just see. Yep, I went soft medium, medium, to work through the field on Monday.
I did soft medium, I did.
Yeah. Soft medium will only work if you don't have an early safety car, I would say. Well, actually, no, it might work. I'm just trying to think how you need to essentially do 8 laps on each set of softs, which you could do, I suppose, if the safety cars, and then do a final medium stunt. Yeah. Stuvine says, yeah, same thing. Throttle gone, brakes 40%, no steering. Time to upgrade. That is unlucky. And this is the thing, and that is genuinely what can happen sometimes, and it's very annoying. So, where we go, there is Dare. There is Leslie Nielsen behind. Tom Brown's kind of lost out from that. I don't quite know how, unless he had some wing change, because Avanash and Collins Owell now passed him on track. Fanning's just behind. Bergen's dropped to 14th behind Carl. So is Carl going to do the Sergio Perez style of keeping Bergen behind him? That's the question.
Yeah. I know they've both mentioned, or Mark's mentioned it a few times, about trying to get Carl to play the team game. So let's see if he can manage to do it.
Exactly.
2 laps on those mediums. Kanichiwa or Leslie Nielsen, he's come out on the softs. He's gone for a different strategy.
Yeah, it's a bold move, because you're really talking he would get to maybe lap 14, 15, 16, and he could do 12 laps on the mediums. Might be a bit squirrely towards the end though.
Yeah, he can do it, yeah.
But we shall see. Kaiser Soze's pits, yeah.
Maybe a bit too late, that one.
Yeah, I would agree there completely. No front wing change. He's got his 5 seconds to serve, I think.
Probably not a bad manoeuvre then, really, to take that. He'll get to the back of that crocodile.
Yeah, he will do. To be fair, I mean, if you look at it, Melvin, James and Ocean Tame are still to catch up, so I think we'll at least have another lap behind the safety car, I think, with Dak Invertible leading the field at the moment. Simba second. So as it stands at the moment, if the race finished like this, Mark would get 18 points. That would take him up to 124. Bergen would score 0. Avanash would score 10. So that would take him to 104. He would be out of the championship consideration. And Mark would reduce Bergen's lead from 55 points to 37 points with 52 available. But it's all still in play.
Yeah, it is. And we know how easily safety cars do come out round here. So, it's so far up in the air.
Yep, it is indeed. Apparently Mandy said Mark would like the race to finish now. Wait a minute, let me just... Michael, yes, Banshee here. This is not right. Please finish the race now. Safety car's in this lap. He's listened to me. He's decided that he's listened. He's done something. But here,
not what Mark wants, though.
No, not what Mark wants. No, I think we're a little bit early for that. The sun. I mean, it's not even dark yet. That's the thing. So we shall see. Question will be is where the battle will come from. That's going to be key. DAC convertible, de facto safety car. Safety car there in your distance of your screen there, just swinging to the right hand side. DAC convertible can essentially go when he wants. And he's around about 80 miles an hour now, third gear. Goes into the final corner. Is he going to plant it now? Yes, he does. Yep. It was kind of almost predictable that we get to that point. You don't want to be trying to go cold tyres early. Call Me the Brave has already been passed by Leslie Nielsen. So Dare has lost a place already, and Leslie Nielsen on those soft compound tyres, so he is going to be absolutely going. So we shall see.
The went very, very wide through turn 1. Collins Owl, good move.
Yep, exactly. Outside going into that chicane. That's a big win there for turn 5 and 6. Bergen in 13th, Tom Brown 7th, Fanning 8th, Energy Dan and Cortex, Vortex, Artex are fighting. Bergen needs to get past the Red Bull. Carl's moving to the inside line as they come down that long straight. He will be getting a slipstream. Carl's going to be fighting him. Who's going to come out though? Who's going to break earlier? Oh, Bergen's had to. Oh!
Well, the Haas. Wow.
Yeah, the Haas of Energy Dan almost. I'm not going to say became the meat in the Red Bull Bergen sandwich, but that could have ended up far worse.
It could, yeah. I think. I don't know if Energy Dan was trying to break from the battle that was ahead and just didn't, and the other guys coming in at such a big difference in pace.
Yep. Indeed so. But there we go. Bergen will now be hunting down the Vortex Manipulator, which is Cortex Sambal there in the Aston Martin. Fanning in 8th, so Alfa Romeo collecting 3 points at the moment. Tom Brown in 7th, he'll be looking to regain. He's gone on to the medium, sorry, there's Avanash. There is Dare. Collins Owl just in front. So everything's starting to calm down now. DRS will become active at the end of lap 9. Mark just about 3/4 of a second behind that convertible. Leslie Nielsen, it's that pace on those softs that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, it
Mark, and I mean you can see how quickly he's gained through turns. He's gone off. He's lost it completely. He's not gone out of the race though. He has just lost his front wing. He was coming through. He's closing pace on turns 2 and 3. Where it was huge on Mark, and he just got almost the front end of that Williams just got thrown out by the backwash. I don't know.
He's just got a bit of a touch with Carla.
Yeah, the backwash of the Red Bull, and it just lumped him onto the other part of the circuit, and it just bounced him completely around. So he has gone. Bergen now up into the points. That convertible still out in the lead. I don't think Carl will be too happy about that. He's not had the greatest of a few laps, shall we say. Collins Owl, though, is going to be all over the back of the Red Bull, but no DRS, remember. Top 4 breaking away slightly from Avanash, but nothing major. Tom Brown there as well. Bergen's past Vortex.
Kanich was kind of obviously cars quickly straight line as he's going to hurt now. Well, everyone's trying to pass him, and he's under pressure from Case Souza. There's a heck of a scrap going on down here.
Yeah.
Everyone's about in for position. Look, everyone's still. There's been a few little taps.
Yeah, I was about.
And the Ferrari gets a run. It's going to be contact. No, Williams as well. Carl's trying to go on the outside. He's got no choice but to try it, and does.
Yep.
That got a little bit tasty.
It did indeed. DAC Convertible has decided to pit. That is an early pit stop from what was the race leader. And that wouldn't have helped Mark too much because he would have been hoping to have got DRS, but now he will be the lead driver with Collins Owl absolutely all over him.
Yeah, it's strange having to go defensive into there, but don't go. Wow, I thought the McLaren was going to outbreak himself as well then. Yep. T-bone the Ferrari.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? And it's a different one because Simba has to watch. He can't go all out attack because he needs to almost consolidate his championship. He's pulled out, don't get me wrong, a good gap there for the DRS. I think Collins Owen might be a little bit far behind to make a move, or if he does, no, Collins! He wasn't brave there, it was a foolish move! And Bergen is up to 7th. He's on 4 points at the moment to Simba's 25. Actually, Bergen's on 5 points because I think he holds the fastest lap at the moment. But Colin Zowell, is he going to go for it into the chicane? No, he doesn't. And this is, to be fair, this is what Simba has to do. He just has to get a good exit out of into the long straight. So coming out of turn 7, he needs a good run out of the chicane. And even if they do have DRS behind him, even if Bergen gets up into second place, it's a nice balance because, yes, he's going to have to pit again, but he could be on the softs towards the end, and we've seen a safety car already. So let's see what it brings. But we will a few track infringements already, which is the opposite to what we've seen in tiers 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh, there's an Aston Martin. Is that Sam Balls? Oh, the spin damaged his wing. He's able to continue though.
Yep.
Pits.
Keep an eye on the back of Simba's Red Bull. 11 laps on those medium compound tyres. Taking it easy. And this is where I think Collins Hill's got that slight advantage at the moment with those fresher mediums. He's just got more grip. He's probably got more options to look at. But then let's see as they come through that that hairpin at turn 7. Collins Hill taking a much tighter line.
That's the thing, because Collins Hill and all the guys behind, they've got nothing to lose.
No, they don't. I think
it doesn't affect them. They can go for it if they want to, rather than playing a long game. Whereas
there we go.
Under a lot of pressure, and there we go.
Yep. To be fair, I think that move was always likely to happen on the basis that Colin Zowell, when they came out of the hairpin at 7, he was only about 4 tenths behind. So that is that. Fanning already looking to make a move on Avanash as well. And is he going up the inside? He's going to try. Oh, he had to really slam on the anchors there, otherwise he was going to be into the rear end of Avanash. But Avanash runs wide coming out of turn 14. And that's going to allow Fanning to go round the outside. Is it? They're fighting each other, I'll tell you what, the one who's got the best seat in the house is Tom Brown. Avanash has been passed though by Fanning by the looks of things. Oh no, they've went a little bit deep. Avanash is going to get him back. This is going to help Simba because that will take them out of his DRS, hopefully.
Not quite nearly. Nearly Simba now obviously dropping now as well. That was Collins Howell. Yep.
But I'll tell you what, this battle from 3rd to 6th is absolutely intense. Fanning and Avanash.
In 6th. Who have we got in 6th?
Bergen. And again though, I'll say he's calmed down a little bit because in the early stage of the race he did look a little bit kind of edgy, didn't quite know what he kind of wanted to do, and I think he's now kind of settled down to just say, right, well, I can't risk it too much. We'll see what's what. Simba has an 8 tenths of a second gap coming out of the hairpin. It will close though with DRS, but he should be able to stay.
Yeah, he doesn't have much ERS left though. He's using it all. He's dumped it all the way down the straight.
He doesn't. Let's see. Everyone getting a little bit close together, coming through the turn 8 and 9 chicane. Half a second Avanash now behind Simba. And whilst this second part, the second DRS zone, is he actually going to...
I think he's going to have a move. He is. He used a lot of ERS as well, and the DRS Simba was flashing at the start of the straight.
Yep.
The closing speed was, it's huge. And
Fanning's
having a look as well. Simba!
Oh, he's going to watch. And Tom Brown had to almost get a bit out of there as well, but Fanning has passed him round the outside. And I wonder if those medium tyres of Simba's are now just coming to the end of their life and he will pit this lap. Will he put on another set of mediums or will he put a set of softs on? Possibly mediums, but we will see. Does he pit? Does he pit? Yes, he does. He's listened to us. Bergen goes through in 5th.
Yeah, I kind of felt he didn't really have a choice with that one. You could
see
the difference in the grip. He had to make the move. He had to do it.
Fanning's just went down the inside of Avanash into turn 1. These are not overtaking places.
Wow.
Yeah, these are not overtaking places. This race is not... If there's no safety car, right, this race is not going to be decided until the closing laps in terms of finishing places because Mark's down in 15th now. But yet, he's still got another pit stop to make, as does everybody else at least. So we're in this kind of no man's land at the moment where we're not quite sure how things are going to end up.
And it's those people who pitted early under the safety car.
Yep.
You know, that Convertible's done his strategy where he wanted to do his one on the softs, and Simba's done his strategy on point of when he was going to do it. So they're kind of on target, if you like, whereas other people around them aren't.
Yeah.
And it's how they, if they've got a spare set of mediums, if they didn't use them in qualifying, how are they going to nurse them, look after them, or are we going to see a few more people with the hard tyres?
Yep. I tell you what, Bergen has just passed Tom Brown. I think Tom got a bit of a
overtaking there.
I think Tom got last lap and this lap. He seems to have had a little bit of a kind of squirrely moment coming out of that sort of turn 14. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Avinash though is just dropping time to Collins Hill. But the thing is though, Avinash and Fanning are having a battle, and you lose time when you're battling, so it's not to be unexpected. But we shall see. James gets 3 seconds. The closing speed of Fanning though on the brakes is extraordinary.
Yeah, he is very, very good around here.
Yep.
And I'm not going to. Well, actually, I can say it now because he's racing and it's not going to give anything away. He is running a bit higher downforce as well than some. So that is why he can hit the brakes a bit harder. He's quick through that first sector, quick through the last sector. Yep. And using the DRS to full effect to keep him within that gap. And now he's got Bergen all over the back of him.
He is, but he's not giving up. I'll tell you what, he is not giving up.
Not. Yeah, that's like flashing away as well.
Avinash has passed him.
I think Bergen was going to have a look at Avinash and thought better of it.
There is the tyres, folks. Mr. Hill's asking to see it, so we'll leave that up just now. We'll let you view that at your peril as we. Bergen up into third.
Was off the track.
It was indeed.
That's why I think he's backed out of it.
Yeah, Fanning is past him, and there we go. Not quite sure if Fanning's playing the Alfa Romeo team game.
And they're normally in a party as well together, so that makes even worse.
This is an interesting one. Wouldn't mind dropping into that every so often and going, are you okay there, boys? Boothie has rejoined, so again, some connect issues. Let's have a look at penalties, just so that we see it there. 9 seconds for James. 6 seconds for Energy Dan, 3 seconds for the rest who have penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 19 have penalties. Right.
I'm just waiting for something else to happen now.
Virtual safety car.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
Connor's retired. James is gone. Oh, he's lost it big time, and there's a full safety car. Right.
Wow.
So this is played into the hands of those runners who pitted early from the softs to the mediums. They can stick on another set of mediums and go to the end.
It's going to hurt Simba.
It is
massively.
because he's on the mediums, which means he's going to have to go back onto the. If he pits now, he has to go on the softs, and he won't get to the end or be competitive at the end if he goes onto the softs.
8 laps at best.
Yes. So he has to hope that he stays out. He can get high up post safety car. I mean, remember, let's be honest. He's only done 1-2 laps on those mediums, right? So he's not at too much of a competitive disadvantage. But he's going to then hope.
On them.
I know, but he's then going to hope that there's a later safety car where he can dive into the pits for softs. Tell you what, folks, we've said it before. This is not going to be over until the Abu Dhabi. Oh, let me think of a very weird analogy, as I always do in these scenarios. The very rich Abu Dhabi wealthy... Oh, I'll tell you one thing, Collins Hill, near enough, went into the pit. Yeah, went near enough into the pit. Armco there. But yeah, the race will not be over until the relatively large, well-fed man in Abu Dhabi has spoken. Collins Hill puts the mediums on.
Followed his teammate into the pits to see if he does get held at all.
He should do. He will do, yeah.
But only just, not too
only
bad.
Just
actually,
no.
not too bad.
And actually, that delayed Avinash coming out. So There we go. Now the question is, where is Mark? That is the thing. He's up now into 6th, 5th. He's
not ahead of Fanning. He's not.
No, ooh, but he will be out in front of Bergen.
Yeah. Who was Tom Bowne ahead of them all? Yeah, Tom Bowne. That little bit of a delay has helped Tom Bowne get back.
It has, because he was Deccan Veritable gets a 5-second penalty. He won't be a happy man with that. No. But yeah, Tom Brown is managed to. Avinash is probably the loser out of that, because he seemed to get held as the Alfa Romeo's kind of stack there. Dare hasn't, again, he's kind of sitting in his 8th place at the moment. Kaiser Soze, let's just have a look at his tyres. 8 laps on those mediums. Yeah, he's going to be a sitting donkey. Not a sitting donkey, sitting whatever.
What is it, Alpha Tauri, so it's a bull?
It could be a sitting bull. However, he could be a sitting oryx, because a species of antelope native to the Arabian Desert is also the national animal of Oman, Bahrain and Jordan, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Yemen. By 1972 there were no Arabian oryxes anyway, left in the wild, but thanks to conservation efforts by the lovely human beings and breeding efforts, 1980 a number of those in captivity were released back into the wild, and in 2011 the species went from endangered to vulnerable. It's the first species in the world to have reversed from endangered to vulnerable, having previously been regarded as extinct in the wild. So there you have it. So if you ever look at the livery of Qatar Airlines, and other Middle Eastern airlines are available, such as Emirates and Gulf and Fly Dubai, you will see that there is an oryx in the tail fin of the Qatar Airways, and that is exactly what it is. So there you go.
It's not just daft things we say around here.
No, it's not, but we genuinely...
It's informative.
It is informative. I mean, there we go, exactly. Yeah. There are some things we say which are...
There's a few other animals now that have actually also reversed their endangered listing, if you will.
Probably is. We'll find out for China.
Yeah.
There's other things that may come out as well in China, who knows.
Definitely making mouth water.
Oh, yes. Yep, exactly. Interestingly enough, if you wanted to go and see a building which was leaning, where would you naturally go?
Naturally, you would gravitate towards Pisa.
Well, exactly. Now, I can tell you, though, in the MRC University, that the Abu Dhabi Capitol Gate building actually leans more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So in 2010, this was a hotel and office building. It was certified as the world's furthest leaning man-made tower by the Guinness Book of World Records. The Capitol...
The Leaning Tower is 5 degrees, I could be wrong.
18 degrees is the Capitol Gate. 4 times that of Italy's famous Tower of Pisa. 18 degrees.
That's wow.
I mean I'm just going to Google it just now. Other web searches are available. Let's just see. Capitol Gate, Abu Dhabi. Let's just have a look at this. Wow. Actually, I can now see why. I mean it's got it's safety cars in this lap. You wouldn't have to worry too much about this shortly, but it's. I mean,
it doesn't really look like a lean. That looks like a sail, and it was designed to do that. To be fair, because it looks very sturdy at the bottom.
Yes, exactly.
But you always want a sturdy bottom.
Yes, exactly. Otherwise, you're in trouble. More ways than one. But there we have it. Capitol Gate in Abu Dhabi. Go and take a look at it. See, MRC University, the best travelling university in the world. Collins Owl takes on the de facto safety car. Lewis Kellogg says, built by 2 brothers competing to make the biggest tower, I think.
I'd like to see what the other one is then.
Yeah, exactly. We will see it there. Collins Owl is now gone for it. We are back racing here in the Yas Marina circuit here in Abu Dhabi. Fanning into second, Simba in third. Currently being chased by Habermas.
Simba. I don't know if he had a throttle glitch, but he's dropped over second and a half back now. That's going to put him under pressure. Tom Brown's having a look at Habermas.
Yep. Bergen,
Brave as well.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of all bringing their Vortex Manipulator is also close there.
Look into the chicane.
He's got
what a
him.
good move. I think Bergen saw him coming, left in the room. That was a very good pass and very clean. We'll get there.
Yep, clean and clever.
Bergen.
Yep, that's
clever,
it.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Call Me the Brave got yellow in sector 2. It's fine, it's been cleared, but Bergen's going to look at Dare again as they come down into turn 8 and 9. Is Bergen going to brake him? No, he doesn't. Oh, is he going to get a better run out though?
Oh, not quite as well.
No, and he's going to
outguard the Vortex. Have a go.
He is indeed. And that's not going to be what Bergen wants to see. He wants to see him passing cars, not to the other way around. But is he going to go up the inside of Brave? No, he's not. He's not brave enough to do it there, but he's not foolish either. Well, there we go. Collins Owl half a second clear of Fanning. Simba there, 2.5 behind.
Maybe he's struggling with the tyre warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's difficult when they do cool down a few times through safety cars. It is difficult to get them back to where you want them. You feel like there's something not quite there with them, for want of a better term.
Completely. And obviously the track temperature is going to be dropping with the darkness, the air temperature is going to be dropping as well, so it is going to be a little bit more difficult to get the tyres back up and running. DRS will be enabled end of this lap as we go into lap 20.
Just gone. I'm actually at the mix 26.
He has him. Oh no, is Tom Brown got any damage? Doesn't look visually. Safety car. I'll tell you.
That's expected, to be honest. I think Avinash lost it on his own in turn 1, lost the rear somehow. Didn't ghost at all. Tom Brown came around, couldn't do anything about it.
I'll tell you one thing. This is what Simba wanted, secretly. Because this is it's not a late safety car, but he could stick the soft compound tyres on now and go for it.
He will be so quick.
He will be.
The field is still bunched.
But will others also think, I need to go? Collins Owl's going to be the one that drives it. Will Fanning go in? I think he might stay out. I think Simba, he has to, because he's only used the medium so far. Brave will go in. Tom Brown will go in. I think Bergen, I don't know, he might try and do track position.
Exactly, yeah, that's my thought. And like I said, there's a lot of drivers in very close quarters, so would drop Simba quite a long way back, but Brave's dropped off quite a bit.
It has.
So Simba's running to, I don't even know what delta Simba's running to, so that is going to help massively.
Yes.
So he's dropping now.
Is he just...
I don't believe they're in a party together, so this is interesting.
Were you possibly inferring that there might be some little chitty chatty going on?
No, we don't infer anything like that. We are totally impartial.
Well, Collins Owl has decided that he wants more fresh rubber. Fanning is not. Mark is in the pits as well.
Yep.
Call me the Brave.
You're right, you'd say he is going to get a demotion, third place because of that. So
Bergen stays out.
Staying out. So, hang on, where's he gone? Bergen stayed out.
Yeah, so is Vortex, so is Ty Clear. Oh, not as many people pitted as I thought.
No. And now Simba back in 14th, 15th. Oh, this is going to be a tall order.
So this... However, and I'm going to put it out there, right? Safety car should come in at the end of this lap, I think, right? Roughly. That then leaves 7 racing laps. There is plenty of opportunity for another safety car. In which case, I would think most people would pit. In which case, then Mark could get back to the front.
But the tyres are not going to take as much wear out.
No, they're not. You're right.
But you think someone like Ocean, Tame would have to. Knichiwa's on the hard, so he doesn't have to. Someone like Vortex, 3 laps on the softs. I mean, I can see why he's trying to make it to the end. Fair play. Big learning curve for him, obviously, first race.
Yep, Ryan says staying out's the best chance. There are mediums or better tyre. And it is true. I think Simba had to, because he had to put the softs on. At the moment, folks, if the result finished this way, Bergen would take 10 points for finishing in 4th place, which would take him to 171 points. Mark would have no points. What's happened? Whoa! Wait a minute.
Straight, so did somebody potentially try and warm up the brakes and come into the back?
That has absolutely thrown me, because Sambal is going really slowly. Mark is having to go really slowly, as is Boothie. Colin's owl is glitching, apparently, according to Mandy. Yeah. So I wonder whether it could be the owl.
Like that earlier, actually. I did see that happen earlier.
Yeah. So is that caught Carl out? Because something is definitely going really serious, because all I saw was a bit of front wing suddenly appearing in between turns 9 and 11. So,
and because of that, the safety cars had to stay out another lap.
Now we'll now be honest. Somebody will be treating that Ferrari very much like the rear end of a big horse or the front end of a tiger.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he's glitching on screen at the moment, but obviously we see differently to what the drivers see.
We do, indeed.
I'm just going to bite on board with Simba and just see if anything changes.
We will just watch Colin's owl. Nothing like a bit of owl watching to make the time go past.
As the twilight descends.
Exactly. Talking about twilight descending and moon rising. The UAE's formation in 1971 came to be after a peaceful declaration of independence from Great Britain, who obviously ruled the country as a British protectorate since the early 1900s, as pretty much Britain did for most of the world, whilst other countries under the colonial rule of Great Britain struggled violently for independence. The UAE gained their independence through peaceful agreements, funnily enough, mainly because they leveraged discovery of oil. So, whereas other countries that perhaps had been under the British rule didn't have that to offer. So yes, if you ever want to watch a fun explanation of the way that the British used to rule the world and then giving the colonies etc. back their power, watch an episode of Yes Minister. A political comedy from the 70s and 80s. It was on the BBC, and it does it really well because Sir Humphrey Appleby, the permanent secretary to the Minister of Administrative Affairs, James Hacker MP, tells it quite well. Anyway, guys, at this rate, China will turn into a name your favourite comedies. Anyway, we are back. Fanning is de facto safety car at the moment. Call Me the Brave is second. He's been up and down more times than Toto Wolff to the Michael Massey's office last year. Tom Brown third, Bergen in fourth. Kenichiwa Leslie Nielsen gets 5 seconds for a collision with Kaiser Soze, so something has happened there. But let's look from the rear end of Fanning. Can he win this race? There he goes. Call Me the Brave has been dropped. And Tom Brown is going to be there as well. He's right behind him. So again, good to see Energy Dam and Ocean Tame having moments. Dak and Verpon Tycley having a little battle there as well. We'll keep the battle on. 6.
Bergen got very twitchy to turn 3.
He did. Is that going to leave?
Back out.
That'll leave Vortex.
Which I think, to be fair, is only sensible at this point. He's still cold.
Yep, and after his experience in qualifying of losing his wheel and going out, he doesn't want to repeat that.
Ooh, Colin Dahl, good move on Kenichiwa into the hairpin. Kenichiwa very deep.
Indeed. Let's just jump back to the battle. Simba is looking at Leslie Nielsen. And is he going to send it up the inside? He does! Wow, but again, hard compound tires versus softs, that was never going to be a battle, but good move to get done early on. And then you got the 3 in front, Collins Owl, Energy Dan and Kaiser Soze all in a little train there. Energy Dan's going to go up the inside of Kaiser Soze, are they?
Oh, there's a Ferrari gone, that's Ocean Tame's gone.
He has indeed. The 2 Ferraris needed some points. They're not getting any at the moment. The 2 Ferrari permanent drivers not able to race tonight. If they are watching, they may not be happy people. Mark is going to have to hope that the Alpha Tauri lets him past, and some Red Bull family favourites, handshakes, secret. That will not happen. Fanning, quickest man on track on those mediums. So he is beginning to turn the screw on Brave.
Yeah, Bergen all over the back now, Tom Brown.
Yeah, let's see what Tom can do. Can he stave off the battling Bergen? Avanash, having finished earlier, leaves the session. Cortex is there in 5th, Dak Invertible 6th, so Alpine 5th and 6th. Melvin 7th. Ty Cleary, Energy Dan, Knight, Collins Owl 10th. Remember, DRS not active until the end of this lap. Dak Invertible is having a little fight with his teammate. Softs against mediums, softs are Cortex, mediums for Dak Invertible.
Yeah, 6 laps on the softs, not going to be feeling too rosy, unfortunately.
Nope. It's one of these tracks, and again, coming to it where the difference between the soft and the medium in race pace. If you are in clean air, yes. If you are, I mean, we know it's a circuit where pretty much other than 2 places, it's difficult to pass. And without DRS, it's probably even more difficult to pass. So Simba is going to have to really go and make
the ERS, and Kaiser's got 29 at the moment. Simba in the 50s, so he's got a little bit more. Just that dirty air is just going to hurt him massively.
Yep, exactly.
Especially as he's now seeing Collins Owl disappearing up the road.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have been what he would have wanted to have seen. Boothie gets 3 seconds, time penalty there. Kenichiwa, DRS now enabled. Tom Brown ran really wide coming out of the final corner. Turn 21. So let's see who's going to get DRS. So Bergen will likely get DRS, Dak Invertible will, Melvin will, Energy Dan, Collins Owl, Simba should get past Kaiser Soze and can then hunt down Collins Owl. Remember, he needs to outscore Bergen, and Bergen needs to outscore Simba by 8 points. Currently, he is doing that.
Okay, so he got a bit squirrely outside of the hairpin. This may help.
It should do. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Comes the Lion himself, and he pounces on his prey, and the Alpha Tauri is no longer in front of him. Simba now will be hunting down the Owl, who is still in a battle with Energy Dan and Ty Clear. The 3 of them are just absolutely, and Melvin's kind of at the front of that, and then the 2 Alpines are there as well. So suddenly, if Simba can just get to the back of this train and start to make some progress through, he could very much get up into like the 5th. Collins Hill and Energy Dan having battles on the outskirts of turn 14.
I saw that skipping up and down. I thought someone had gone again, but luckily not. But that's still side by side. Ooh.
Yep. That's the thing, that set of corners, 15, 16, 17, you do not want to be on the inside, because you're just, if you get the wrong move, you're going to be hitting the side of someone and taking them out. Again though, let's put it this way, Simba doesn't have any penalties. The cars in front of him do.
He's also just taken 1.5 seconds out within a second.
It has indeed. Dak Invertible's got 8 seconds, 3 seconds between Vortex, Melvin, Ty Clear, Collins Owl, 6 seconds for Energy Dan, so... It is still
good points. It's all about what Bergen does at the top end.
Yep, exactly. Let's see Simba closing. Tom Brown beginning to close a bit on Call Me Dare, Call Me Brave, Call Me Whatever, Call Me Maybe. Carly Ray Jespin.
That's what we need to be calling him.
That's exactly it. Carly Jespin, that's his new name. Call Me the Brave is now Carly Jespin. Tom Brown hunting him down at the moment, but doesn't get past him. Dak Invertible still hunting down Cortex and is not past him yet either. Ty Clear and Melvin are having a little battle to themselves. Melvin 8th. Collins Owl just behind him there.
Trying to go on the outside of him in the soft tyres. Good move.
That is a good bit.
What's happening with Simba? Just outside of everything at the minute. He's got no ERS left. He must have just burnt every single bit that he had.
Yep. And the thing is...
Energy Dan's got another penalty.
Yeah,
so
it's out 9 seconds for him.
9 seconds, so he's within 3 of Collins Owl really at the moment. So,
yeah. Dakinverbo gets 8, and again, Simba's within 8 seconds of him as well, and Dakinverbo's just got another 3 seconds as well, so...
Unusual for Dakinverbo, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Simba's now within 0.3 of a second of Energy Dan, so... yeah. This, as we said, this is going down to the last. Melvin gets another 3 seconds. So Colin Zhao gets another 3 seconds. Well. Yeah. So it's all. This is the complete opposite to what we've seen in Tier 1 and Tier 2, where there was very little penalties, and now has something changed on the circuit in the last 2 days?
Yeah. I didn't even get a warning, to be perfectly honest. And I think a lot of them didn't.
Exactly.
That was gone round.
Yeah, Colin Zhao has gone round.
Turn 3.
It's going to be too late for a safety car. And Kellogg's is right. Bergen, I was about to call him Branning. Bergen third. He is at the moment. 1.6 seconds behind Carly Jespin. So let's see. 3 laps still to go though. Lots can happen.
Yeah, we've got Energy Dan and Melvin side by side. Energy Dan gets that move done.
Does indeed. Melvin dropping down into 9th. He'll be racing in Tier 4, looking to go for the championship shortly. Tom Brown is past Carly into that chicane at 11 and 12 and 13. So Bergen is now going to be hunting him down.
Cortex now with another penalty, so that's going to help Simba again.
Dakinverbo and Cortex both running. So is Tie Clear. I mean, have they got a different interpretation of turn 14? Because it just went straight on, pretty much.
Yeah, if you go wide enough through that, it kind of can. You can get away with it. Same with turn 1.
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't condone it. We don't condone using your own, making your own track.
No, exactly. Simba 10th, but could well very much end up into 4th by the end of all this.
Melvin's gone very, very wide. Makes it easy for Simba to get through.
And I think Melvin came right back on, right behind him as well. Yeah, I think Melvin almost needs to just, he'll know if he's listening to us. We've got yellow in Sector 3, one of the Ferraris, is it? One of the Hasses. No, it's been pretty much cleared. Colin Zowell's gone into the pits, that is why. Boothy's in the pits as well.
Yeah, did no front wing for Collins.
Oh, so Ferrari's not picking up any points today. Benotto, not a happy bunny. Question is, though, remember all these results are provisional until the steward's inquiries and that are processed.
But Bergen had a look at Carl Jepsen. Didn't get the move done that time round. The light was flashing as well.
He's got him now because Carly jumped over the chicane. But he's dumping all of his ERS.
Who's got more ERS? He's got the ERS though.
He's dumping it. He's dumping it.
Who's going to be latest on the brakes? He's not going to give it up.
I'll tell you one thing though, I can imagine Bergen was maybe slightly sweating a little bit profusely at that point.
Probably.
Yeah, interesting one there. Fanning kind of checked out. Remember, Fanning will get a 5-place demotion at the end of this race, so that would take him to 6th. So Tom Brown is...
Simba up into the spot then.
Well, yeah, it will do. Bergen gets 3 seconds. That's crucial. Because that's crucial in the battle with Carly and young Thomas. Tom Brown could well be winning this race, or he will take the win. Because Fanning will get his demotion unless something goes wrong, and Tom Brown doesn't have any penalties either.
Simba on the back of... I think Simba's maybe sitting where he is.
Ocean Tame's gone.
Ocean Tame's gone, yeah.
Yep.
Second last corner.
Yep. Too late for safety car. We're on the final laps. But you're right. Simba he just has to finish as close to the back of Energy Dan and Ty Clear, and he will get bumped up the list. I'll tell you one thing, the 2 Alpines have absolutely just...
Oh God, sorry.
Bergen's always got it!
Come with Brave had a look at Dan, backed out against Tom Brown, and then Bergen nearly loses it as well, and that's Tom Brown through.
Does.
Wow! So Bergen actually has got Come with Brave on track. That was messy.
Yeah, we just caught it towards the end as you were saying it there. Tom Brown would again heart and mouth.
Yeah, because I think he's going to be a sigh of relief.
Yeah, he wants that win. And he will get the win on count back in terms of Fanning's demotion, but Wow.
I think from some of his performances earlier in the year, that's nothing less than he deserves, to be perfectly honest.
Exactly.
He's been close and hasn't unfortunately managed to do it, but this is definitely deserved from one of the Willie boys.
Exactly, one of the Willie boys. Fanning, though, is going to come across the line to take second victory this week. It won't happen in reality, but he does take the joys on track. Tom Brown, though, is going to come across the line. Bergen takes third. Call Me Carly takes fourth. That convertible fifth. Ty Clear is going to come through. Oh, Ty Clear's lost it coming in the final corner. He's not even going to get to the end.
He is. He's got going. He has.
Simba takes fifth, which means lots of random calculations.
Yeah.
So at the moment, Bergen will get 15 points. So 176.
16, hang on. Is it? Yeah, finally got the fastest lap. So yeah.
Right. So 176. Mark gets 14, 12, 10. That takes him to 116. At this moment, I've got to just calculate. The championship is over.
52 available.
Yep. No. Wait a minute. No, because Fanning's going to get demoted. So 18 points Bergen will get. That takes him to 179. Mark will then end up with another 2. That's 108. No. On the Banshee bodging calculator, I believe the title of Tier 3 has been sealed, subject to ratification by the stewards. I think the championship, I think I can call it.
So we got 18 to Bergen.
Yep. 12 to Mark.
Yep. He needed to be outscored by, Brian said 8 points?
Yeah, but it wasn't, because he was 55 ahead.
Yeah.
So
he is 60.
He's 60. No, he's
61.
7.
He's been outscored, so technically, I think you're right.
Yeah. So 118 points Mark would be on, which is 61 points. Yeah, the gap will be 61 points, and there's only 52 remaining. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah. We can call the championship from a provisional perspective. Fanning takes the victory on track. Tom Brown second, Bergen third, Carly finishes fourth, Mark fifth, Dak Convertible sixth, Cortex seventh, Casual Susie eighth, Melvin ninth, Ty Clear in 10th just after losing it coming at the rear end, Leslie Nielsen 11th, Energy Dan 12th, Sambal 13th, Collins Owl 14th, Boothie, Ocean Tame, and then Carl didn't finish. But we believe tonight we have crowned provisionally our champion as Bergen for Tier 3. However, as always, stewards, reviews, etc., so provisional results, we will confirm it in the next 24 hours. So by the time the MRCX goes live on Friday evening, we will know if we have a Tier 3 champion. There's already the Bergen fanboys, otherwise known as the Bigfoot fan club, are out in force, shouting and drinking Bucky or White Spirit or whatever. So there we have it, folks. Well, I was going to say I'll get some time to go and have a 10 minutes before Tier 4, but no, because I'll need to set up the session. So as always, and in 20 minutes time, you will be joined by Modge. So Hodge and Modge will be back for Tier 4. Exactly. So we will see what happens there. And at half time in the match at Turf Moor, it's Burnley 1, Everton 2 for those that are interested. See, we offer lots of services just because it flashed up on my phone. So there you are, folks. But thank you very much, Mr. Hodgson, for tonight, as always.
Thank you.
We will be back together at some point in the next probably couple of weeks as we get to Championship deciding territory. It always seems to be this way, that you and me are on Championship deciding territories. So there we have it, folks. Thank you very much for joining. Tier 3 will be back next week in China, where there will be lots of random Chinese linked chat and towing the line as we do always in MRC. But from both Mark and myself, have a lovely evening and join us again in 18 minutes for Tier 4.
See you soon, folks.